Hello there everyone, Dark Sage Walker here, and boy, sometimes when you check out gaming news you find some really stupid shit. Case in point what I have to talk about today. But first, let's pick ourselves a character for doing greedier mode with. I want to try to get greedier mode done with everyone so we can just focus on having a good time. And I think today, Kane will be a little easy. Let's try to get this character done. Let's just absolutely finish out the post-it note with you so that we can just be done with it. I think we're gonna take a chance and try to make things a little easier on ourselves. Let's see if there's anything good in the curse room before I decide whether or not to. Yeah, this may very well be a screw it try again scenario. Okay, well I've got a lot of health. Just don't think that's quite enough. Good items in the shop though. Alright, let's keep trying. And don't worry, we're going to be getting to the news soon enough. Some of you might even already know what I'm talking about. But I do have just a little bit of extra context to go along with it. Not a huge amount, just more so on the level of personal anecdote. Oh, come on, undead baby, just get a good item already. That's not it, you can't even have bone hearts. Okay, you can, but you can't fill them, so then it's actually worse than a soul heart. Okay, enough with the range upgrades. I don't want a range upgrade. Stop giving me that. Stop giving me the garbage! Dark Sage is getting upset! There we go. That's a good way to start. There are better tier upgrades, but honestly, this one's pretty decent. Alright, you know what? Probably best just to move forward from here. So, those of you who may have already guessed what I'm talking about, I am of course going to be making reference to that lovely topic that the gaming channel Extra Credits brought up. Why? Because I think it may very well be one of the stupidest video gaming takes I've seen in a long time. And there's some stupid takes out there, such as surprise mechanics, which will never stop being hilarious to me, even knowing just how much EA is trying to ruin the gaming landscape just for their own profits. But I digress. So, what did Extra Credits say that was so incredibly dumb? Well, they decided to release a video talking about how developers need to focus on more socially conscious game design. And I hate you little runny bastards. Okay, well now I can't even focus on the little runny bastards because they got little jumpy bastards trying to do little bastards jump on me. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is getting to be a little much. The enemies here aren't even that strong, but there's just so many of them. Okay. Oh, come on. Can't believe I dodged that. Woo! Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. And stepping on the button doesn't make things any better, by the way. It just means you take a little extra damage, and then you get fewer coins for it. So I say, screw it. Let's just go all the way with this. There we go. All right. Criminy. Alright, not exactly the most useful thing in the world. Yes, birds, calm down. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, well, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so maybe the tier upgrade wasn't good enough. Okay, maybe the game would like to stop fucking with me. Is that even... Okay, admittedly, I probably should have cut off the wave of enemies before it got overwhelming, but I digress. I thought I was doing fine. And of course, now the game just doesn't want to give me anything worthwhile. There's just an awful lot of fuck you going on with these items. Here we go. That's a good start. Ooh, and that. Alright, well, got a goal to work towards. Alright. Alright, I think I'm at least semi-properly warmed up now. Come on. Not letting you box me in. Get out of here with that shit. There we go. Alright, this is much better. Having a damage upgrade instead of a tears upgrade doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but it makes a big difference when you can go from taking 3 shots to kill an enemy to only needing 2. And in this early stage of the game, that's big. There we go. Hey, now that I'm warmed up, I feel much more at home at doing this. Ha. Oh, this fucking rock. Yeah, I knew it was there, but see, I kind of thought I had gotten around it, and, well, the rest is history. I took a hit I shouldn't have taken. I'm sorry. So I apologize mostly to myself for being a dumb fuck. Alright, let's start with the key, as we're going to want to hit that gold room. Alright. I mean, I can go with that. Okay, that's too many spiders. I was hoping to get rid of them, but for some reason I couldn't do damage to them. I don't know why. It's like every time I approached them, they were, for some reason, my hitbox overlapped with theirs, and instead of doing any damage, they just kind of went away. Oh well. Perhaps I'm just complaining about nothing, which is more than likely the case. Oh, I thought that was going to hit me. Okay. Go away. Thank you. Now let's go buy growth hormones. That is a big help. Well, so too would the 1-up mushroom have been, but oh well. I'm guessing pin. Oh, it's 2 pins! Oh, forgive me, it's so much more difficult. Don't worry, I'm getting back to the extra credits thing, because... Sorry, what they said was some of the most ignorant shit I've heard in a while. And it's not going to go without some sort of repercussion, at least if I can help it. Which, to be fair, they're already bleeding subscribers, like, out the asshole, but... Sorry about that. Cecil Bird. Somebody's hungry. You know what? Why not? When I say why not, I mean, hey, that's useful. Do not want the clicker. Kinda don't want that either, so there's not a whole lot here that's really catching my fancy. We may very well just be... Really? You know, it's probably more useful than Game Kids, so... Drop that. Alright, we'll just drop down as many of these as I can in order to help out with my situation. Shoot, guys, shoot! Make them afraid of you! Oh, you're my ally. Hold on. I'm dumb. I mean, at least he admits it. And I never said I wasn't dumb. Come on, guys. Hey, with the times here, I'm being honest. Oh, you suck. Up here, guys. Never mind the gauntlet of pooters. Come on up. Face your judgment. Face it with dignity. Alright, so now that I feel a bit more in control, only a bit, because apparently I'm dumb enough to get slapped in the face by a suicide bullet. So what we basically have is them putting out a video stating that you shouldn't be forced to play essentially the Nazis in a World War II PvP game, because, or for that matter, terrorists or anything of the sort, because being made to play them will desensitize you to what those factions are, and it'll normalize it. So, you know, immediately what springs to my mind is the excuse of you can't be allowed to do that because people will start to like, it's, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time with it because it's just such a ridiculous fucking claim, but, you know, if you allow people to play the bad guys in World War II, then they're gonna normalize that and think that that's what they should do. They're gonna become the bad guys, don't you see? Yeah, because that's exactly how it works. No one has benefit of, you know, knowledge or research or anything like that. No, just assume that every gamer that ever lived is an ignorant piece of shit. That's exactly what you should do, is live your life in extreme ignorance. Like, it's a take so dumb, I'm surprised that it was made on a channel that says because learning matters. If learning matters, how come y'all haven't done that? Like, I'm not even being facetious, I'm being dead serious. How come y'all haven't learned anything? You really think that in a PvP game, someone's gonna go out and they're gonna play as, let's just use the Nazis as the example, because that's the word y'all love so much. Really? Range upgrade? Thanks a lot, asshole. And they're gonna go out, and they're gonna play the Nazis in a game. Remember, in a game. This really doesn't deserve any further emphasis than that, but I'm emphasizing it because it's worth bringing up. In a goddamn game! That they're going to become Nazis themselves. Bravo. Bravo, guys. You hit the nail on the head. Couldn't have said it any better myself. You're playing Nazis. You're a Nazi. You're gonna be Nazi. Why do you think people are this dumb? Why do you think that everyone, and that's their other big point of contention, is that they're being forced into it. It's like, I didn't ask to be paired on the Nazi side of things. I didn't want that. Even though, you know, the game is you know, it's a World War II game. You're playing player versus player. What do you think this is? Just two different factions of American soldiers playing war games with each other? I'm sorry, but World War II was not a goddamn war game. And I know you could immediately spin that to be like, oh, I'm coming out against player versus player games because that's not how World War II works. Not what I'm saying at all. It may not be my kind of game, but it should be far from me to say. I'm going. It should be far from me to say what is or isn't acceptable, especially when it comes to, you know, a video game, a work of art and fiction. And I think that needs to be stressed. It is a work of fiction. It's historical fantasy. But the fact that it's historical now is the point that needs to be made most reference to. It is historical fantasy. Okay, this is the last wave, so less worried about things now. Come on, buddy. Come on, you can do it. Good boy. And might as well fight the bosses too. Hello, super greed, gluttony, not greed, gluttony, because I was totally gonna say gluttony, you guys. I mean it. I wasn't making a horrible grammatical mistake at all. I was gonna say gluttony the whole time. There we go. So, but it's seriously just this age-old and debunked theory of if you do something bad in a video game, it means you're going to do something bad in real life. You're seriously making this argument, this fallacious argument. So, right now I'm playing as a dead child. Does that mean that tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and be an undead child myself? Because, you know, that's what I'm playing in a video game right now? You know, people when they play games like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV really like to play mages. Does that mean that they're gonna wake up the next day and suddenly be a magic user? They gonna be casting spells? There's sorcery in their future? No. No, there isn't. Because none of us are dumb enough to conflate fiction with reality. Many of us have a much firmer grasp on things than that. Can't afford to be paying out. But that's the road y'all want to take. Y'all want to say, oh, because you're playing as a group of people that were historically bad, you're gonna be just like them. And, you know, calling them out on that, you know, calling them out on the outright stupidity and the blatant foolishness of that topic gets them into the mindset of thinking, I mean, that's nice. It's a lot of health. It's not really a tear effect or any damage, though, which is kind of what I really needed. Ooh, cracked crown. That is a big help. I only need one coin to get it, too, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just do one wave, go get cracked crown, and then we'll come back to this. But, you know, this is how this, you know, extreme authoritarian kind of BS point of theirs always seems to go. They always want to continue to drive censorship, and make no mistake, that's exactly what this is. They are driving censorship, driving it home by using this fallacious argument of you playing as a Nazi in a game, or you're going to be a Nazi in real life. And then wanting to justify it by saying, oh, but there's so many neo-Nazis that have found a home in the gaming community. Guys, are you fucking serious with this right now? I don't mean to just 100% make light of the whole topic, but let's be fair about things here. There aren't many neo-Nazis in the world right now, but the fact that we have a population of hundreds of millions and, you know, billions of people, I'm sorry, but there's going to be some bad eggs in there. I guarantee if you look around hard enough, you'll find some neo-Nazis at your local fucking grocery store. But are you really willing to live your life going through that much effort just to find one thing you dislike just so you can demonize it? And you're looking for it specifically in the gaming community, which says to me that you're still under the impression that we're all still obsessed with Gamergate. And that is just... Let's take a moment to even discuss that. All the Gamergate movement wanted was ethics in journalism, which, I'm sorry, is something that still doesn't exist in games journalism, so I don't see the problem in talking about it. Oh, 2 wars. Ah. Ow. Okay, the idea that there's 2 of them is a bit of a struggle for me. Haha! Dodge that, bitch. There we go. Alright, what's down here? Oh, hey, black market. Let's see if there's anything useful here. Oh, hi, Greed. How are you? Steam sale, always good. And, yeah, I'll be an idiot and give you some hearts.
2 of clubs. Bombs are key.
And that's fun! Whee! Alright, so we are getting nice and strong. Make no mistake. Alright, so I can afford 2 things now. So let's buy this. Alright, well, that's just more health in general. And I'll also buy that. Then we'll wait until the next floor and see if there's anything else of usefulness. Hello, Cage. I hate... Oh my god, enough! I hate those quakes, because no matter how hard you try to dodge them, it seems like they have some sort of homing mechanic. I mean, it's nice, but I'm not trying to clear it as Judas, so I can't really take that. I'll take the 3 soul hearts, though. Okay, really need some good tier effects. That cannot be understated. I need, at the very least, I need piercing shots in order for this to really go well. And more damage would certainly be a help. I wouldn't mind picking up, like, you know, Cricket's head or anything, but... Anyways, the worst part about all of this is that their dumb fuck community manager, and I'm just gonna say it because, yeah, I'm sorry, this person really doesn't deserve any favors. Has also came out, oh wow, more greeds. 4 of them even. My goodness. Came out after the backlash and basically antagonized their subscriber base and their viewers. They saying some shit like, "Oh, we love losing bigoted subscribers. It's awesome. Who doesn't want that? Less bigotry." Well, first of all, who are you to call honest discourse bigotry. Sounds to me like you're just full of it right now. Yeah, we'll buy car battery. So, basically what they're saying is, any honest discourse on our video is bigotry, and you can't tell us otherwise because then you're a bigot and you're racist. Guys, are we about tired of this? Are we about tired of people like this going out of their way to call us bigoted, and call people Nazis, to call them racist, to call them sexist? The irony is they've made a big deal about normalizing, Nazis because of what they represent. The sad part is their socially conscious bullshit has overused the word Nazi so much that it no longer has any meaning in common discourse. And yet they want to blame everyone else for things like that. They want to blame video games because they let you play as bad guys. They want to blame gamers because they're not socially conscious enough. Alright, so actually because of the virus, we're not doing bad. Yeah, fine, whatever. They want to pin blame for anything on anyone aside from themselves, and that's basically what this boils down to. Is they can never be wrong, they're always right. As a matter of fact, in a statement that was released about this, and I'm not talking about from their community manager, Zolaire, whatever the hell her name is, they basically doubled down on this statement, and instead of apologizing or explaining how it's a big misconception and their point was ill-conceived or anything like that. No, they just doubled down on their point and then plugged a bunch of their own videos saying, "Oh, we've always been like this. We've always had this stance." Well, no, you haven't. And this is where it gets into what I meant about how it's a little bit of a personal shock for me, because I used to really like extra credits. So did my roommates. They used to be, they used to be a channel worth respecting. There used to be something there. They used to really talk about game design. They used to really talk about the aesthetics of games and how little design choices can help further a story. They used to really be something. There used to be a good channel on, or good discussions to be had on extra credits. Now, I don't know. I really don't. It just feels like now it's just like every other far left extremist. Outrage for outrage's sake. Doesn't matter if it makes sense, get mad about it. This is something you have to take seriously. Why? Why is this something I have to take seriously? Like, it's honestly to the point now where I can't even take arguments of that nature seriously because it's all just such baloney. And I'm sorry if it seems like I'm being completely dismissive of their point, but they're kind of being dismissive of their audience and of gamers in general by spewing the sort of garbage that they're spewing. Yes, I will wager some hearts on you for a decent item. Okay, I don't know if there's a decent item, but it gives me a little bit more range to play with, which is definitely good for that. Not sure if I like either of those. Let's keep going. Leprosy is good. I'll buy that. E. coli, not good. D20. PJs might be nice. What's the card? High Priestess. Alright, well we can use that during Ultra Greedier. Alright, let's start earning some money. Oops. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's Pride up there. Oh, it's multiple Prides up there. Okay, guys. You've made your point. You can do a lot of damage. Thanks. Oh, come on! Oh my god, I'm doing so awful right now. Like, it's honestly shocking to me how dismissive they are of any of the counterclaims to their horse shit. Like, this isn't the extra credits that I'm familiar with. The extra credits that I'm familiar with is more discerning than this, is more intelligent than this. That's what happens when the only thing you care about is your fucking agenda. Alright, I am doing terrible. Oh my god! Jesus fuck!
Health up. Pretty fly.
Okay, so this is looking bad. I get the feeling that I don't have much of a chance here, but I will keep looking for a little bit for something of use. Eh. I don't know. Looks like the only real chance I have is to take a shot with the D100. I kind of like the items that I have, but at the same time, I don't think I'm quite good enough to make it. So, what the hell, let's try it. Alright, well, admittedly, that seemed like it was a smart move. Now, do I don't have Nun's Habit, do I? Because that would be huge. Ops Brain. Ain't delirious up in here. Take another bomb. I will take the Empress down to Ultra Greed with me. Let's see if there's anything in here. D20, not bad. Man. Oh, that's what I want! Okay, how do I earn 2 more coins? Okay. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. That's what I want. Oh, thanks. That helps. High Priestess. Tower. Alright, you know what? Let's drop the tower card out here. Damn. You, drop me some coins. Oh, beautiful. Alright, now I think I have a chance. Let's do this. Yes, birds, I hear you. So to me, it's just stunning to think of just how much extra credits has changed. Like, I honestly don't think they're interested in learning anymore. I think they're more so interested in just pushing their agenda at this point, and I think that's sad. And their community manager is so completely tone deaf. I believe her name on Twitter is Zolaire. It's something like zygomorphous mistake, which, you know, if that's the identity you want to go with, that you're whatever zygomorphic means. And you want to go with the idea that you're a mistake? Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, I have no qualms about playing nice. You guys have so poorly misrepresented any sort of point by claiming that by playing as the Nazis and whatnot is no longer a point of abhorrence, but is now just edginess for edginess' sake. You've completely overlooked the whole point, which is a lot of these games focus themselves on being historically accurate, and I don't know if you've noticed, but history isn't necessarily all about playing nice. But would you be making the same claims if you were playing a game where you play as, like, I don't know, part of Attila the Hun's forces? Because a lot of what Attila the Hun did was pretty barbaric. Or are you only focused on Nazis because that's, you know, the most modern evil that you've seen? I mean, aside from yourselves. Is that the one that just suits your narrative better? Is that what you prefer? Listen, guys. I don't know what you're getting at, but sometimes playing as the bad guy can be fun. And that's not my full argument, but when you're talking about a modern shooter, one that takes place during World War II, we don't want your revisionist idea of history, we want history. And the history is that the Nazis were part of it, and yeah, they did some horrible shit. That's the point. You don't gloss over that just because you don't like it. Sorry, but in my world, facts are more important than feelings. Just because you don't like what the Nazis did doesn't mean that you can erase them from history. Or that you can simply use them as a pejorative for people that you don't like. Listen, if you want to claim that there's neo-Nazis all over the gaming community, first thing you gotta do, prove that shit. I don't respond to baseless claims. I respond to evidence. Prove that there's neo-Nazis everywhere, and then maybe we can talk. Until then, take this stupid take of yours and just be gone with it. I don't want to hear your crapping. Stop normalizing Nazis. I have a better idea. Stop normalizing idiocy. That's what you're actually doing, is you're just normalizing idiocy. Sorry, I'm not only interested in your, like, weird revisionist version of history. I'm interested in actual history. And at some point or another, you guys were too when you're doing extra history. Now what? You're just worried about being woke, right? Sorry, but see, I'm not interested in ignorance. Yay. Oh well, at least it's done. It's such an absolutely ignorant take that it surprises me that it's coming from extra credits. But between your ignorance, between your community manager being purposefully antagonistic towards your viewers and subscribers, to you doubling down and basically coming out and saying that you can't be wrong, I hope that your subscriber purge continues. Because if you're so out of touch that you're more worried about being woke than you are about facts and the sort of things that actually go into game design, then yeah, you don't deserve to be spreading any information, especially since it's all going to be misinformation. I was done with extra credits when they were spewing the bullshit that the AAA gaming industry needed to charge more money for video games, on top of the microtransactions, on top of the loot boxes, on top of the predatory monetization. No, they should be charging us more for video games. I think they went on to say, but they're using this instead, so they won't have to. Fact of the matter is, all of these predatory monetization methods are simply there so that the CEOs can afford another yacht. Games don't need this shit. They don't need the predatory monetization, they don't need the loot boxes, and they certainly don't need you defending them. And least of all, the gamers in the real gaming community don't need you telling them that they're going to be bad people for playing as the Nazis in Call of Duty, or for playing as, I don't know, Bowser in Mario Kart, or that they're going to turn into a wizard if they play a wizard in World of Warcraft. Get the fuck off of it. Fucking ignorance. So upset about that. I used to love that channel. Ugh. Anyway, that's enough from me. If you liked what you saw, subscribe to the video to see more in the future. Drop a like, leave a comment, but best thing you can do with this video is share it with a friend. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I'll be seeing you. Seriously, don't watch extra credits anymore.